Breaking news, though others are saying it is long overdue, but Advocate Mngomezulu put it on record that, as I have said it also in the past, now I am saying it again and I'm putting it on record, that at the end of the trial within the trial, I am coming to you, Judge. You've got the tendency of not being impartial. I request that you remain impartial, but I am going to launch an application that will deal with your attitude. And I posted that on Twitter to say, breaking news, Advocate Mngomezulu has officially confirmed that he is going to deal with is going to launch an application that will look into the conduct of the judge. And I heard people say, it is long overdue. I don't know what you're going to say. Are you going to say it is long overdue, or you're going to say, no, but I can tell you this. I can tell you this now. The judge introduced us to what we call it R versus Hepworth case, which was supposed to set a precedent in how he was going to deal with the case going forward. He spoke about that, and we were very much happy to say, okay, so there's a precedent. But then what a lot of people have never taken their time to look at is what is said in the R versus Hepworth. It spoke about the judge entering the arena, that he is allowed to enter the arena. But then we don't notice that there were also conditions, and the conditions were he may enter the arena when it is necessary, but he must not stay in the arena, because the battle is not between the judge and the defense. The battle is between the state and the defense. His responsibility is to make sure that the procedure, the decorum of the court, the law, everything that needs to be adhered to is adhered, right? And because it's going to make judgment at the end of the case, his responsibility is to make sure that he asks questions that are necessary for him to make an informed decision. At the end of the day, he is expected to deliver a judgment. So that R versus Hepworth case sets that precedence to say, he may ask questions, he's allowed to enter the arena for clarity purposes, right? And also if he has to bring order. And why am I forgetting this? If he had to put others as well into their places. So we have seen things unfolding in the Meyiwa case. The question is, has he brought order equally? Has he treated the two parties equally? That is what is in question. But before I proceed with this, right, welcome back 2024, right? Please guys, do the right things. Come on, subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section below. Also, click the notification bell. You will be the first to be notified when I post the next video. Share this video, watch the video until the end, watch the ads. Guys, please, doing all these things, it's free of charge, right? You don't spend a cent. Don't forget as well to, look, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. And also you can use the super thanks button, the thanks, to donate to the channel. Guys, I've got an interesting way to those that are willing to contribute to the channel. You know, I want to buy material, and last year I tried to save, but it was not enough. I want to hire people. I tried to save, it was not enough. So now this podcast and the other, my other channels, they are now under my media company called Mthondo Wethusi Media. Should you wish to donate to the channel, I will leave the banking details in the video description below. Donate anything of your choice, as we want to buy the equipment. The camera that at first I wanted to buy the one that is costing me 64,000, but then I found another one which is better. It is ranging between 22,000 to 30,000. So now I'm targeting 3 of those cameras. So should you wish to donate, please do so. Right, but let's go back. You know, when it comes to Judge Ratamo, I might as well remind you of things that were very uncomfortable. The way he dealt with Advocate Mshololo, the way he spoke to Advocate Mshololo. At some point, we saw Judge Ratamo entering the arena, talking to these people, saying some other people, the way they speak, it shows that they were not raised in a good way because they don't have manners. That's what he insinuated, that people don't have manners. People don't know when to talk to somebody. They interrupt you when you speak. And we were like, okay. Then we see him doing the same thing. He has got the tendency of not listening to somebody until that person finishes their sentence. He just gets in and he's speaking. Whether you are finished, you are beginning, you're in the middle of the sentence, it does not matter with Judge Ratamo Kgotleng. He's going to get in and he's going to distract you. Whether he's going to distract your line of thinking, your school of thought, your line of thought, it does not matter with him. We have heard, let me remind you, we have heard umuntu ofana no Advocate Mngomezulu going as far as saying, he went as far as saying, please, Judge, you are distracting the way I'm thinking, the way you are asking questions, or the way you get in, the way you look, the way you know, when you come in and as you want to ask those questions, please bear in mind that you are distracting the way I think. You are distracting my line of thought. So in other words, he was saying, please give me, at least have a timing and a way of asking questions. And let it be favorable as well to everybody, so that you don't disturb the way I think, my line of thought as I am cross-examining people. So I've already reminded you a situation where he was very harsh towards Advocate Mshololo. Now I've reminded you, look at the one Advocate Mngomezulu, even telling the judge that be impartial. You know, he's been preaching the gospel of, listen, be impartial. You are here to be impartial. You are here to favor everybody, not one. But also, I need to remind you of an incident where it's on record. You can go to there. You can go and check it. Where Advocate Baloyi, he's supposed to hand over certain document. The court made a ruling that hand over this document at this particular time. Did he do it? No, he didn't. We never saw the judge pushing and enforcing and making sure that the judge stamps his authority towards that. That's just one scenario out of many. So what we are saying is we understand where Advocate Mngomezulu is coming from, and I believe that a lot of people will side with Advocate Mngomezulu at this request, and I don't even think that any member or any person within the defense will seem to disagree with that application to say we want you to be impartial. We have seen Advocate Mshololo being abused publicly. You know what I'm saying? Being humiliated publicly by Judge Ratamo Kgotleng. We have seen the battle between him and Advocate Mngomalo publicly, live on national television. We have seen the attitude here towards Mnisi publicly, live on television. We have seen the attitude here towards Advocate Mngomezulu publicly, live on television. The attitude he has towards the accused, live, publicly on television. But then he's so sweet towards the defense and the witnesses. We have seen the occurrence, the consistency within his character and how he deals or he treats from the day where we had the likes of the witness Uzandi Kumalo, when she was being rude and saying things, the judge never reprimanded her to say, listen, you are here as a witness, you are not here to educate these people. These people must ask you questions and you must answer those questions. And it ends there. We have seen him failing to reprimand witnesses. So it is as if every time when a witness is going to testify in the Meyiwa case, they know that the judge is going to be lenient towards them. They know that the judge is going to favor them. So they might as well abuse the power. They might as well do as they please. We've seen the arrogance of Uzandi Khumalo, the arrogance of Tumelo, the arrogance of Mtogo. I think a woman that treated us with respect was, though she lied, let's not forget that she lied. But in terms of treating us with respect, and Tapseng, though she lied, but she treated us with respect. I'm just counting witnesses that went there and they were very respectful. This guy, this honest police that works at 13 Umchali, treated us with respect. No, Colonel Lambastas treated us with respect. He was never disrespectful. The guy that was testifying on the trucker movement, those are witnesses that were very respectful. But we have seen the likes of Abo Mohola, Mohwane, both of them, they were disrespectful. At some point, they were arrogant towards the defense. But have we seen the judge putting them into their place? No. Why? That's the question. So, as much as we are saying, when you enter the arena, we want you to enter the arena and we want to see and feel that you are impartial. We don't see that. We want to respect the judicial at large. We want to have the respect that the judicial deserves. We want to perceive the court as an independent institution that doesn't care whether you are a president, minister, a layman, or what. All it cares about a person being treated in a dignified way. Whether that person is found is wrong or right, it does not matter. That is the feeling that we desire to have when we watch the proceeding in the Meyiwa case. But unfortunately, yes, sometimes the judge will ask questions and we'll be like, we get it. It's for clarity. We understand. Sometimes the judge will, do things that will be like, okay, we understand. It's, you are a judge. You need you've got a reason why you're asking that question. But sometimes, one of the things that we have noted, which we are not in agreement to, is the way you deal with it's the way, your attitude towards the defense. It is as if you belong to the state. We don't see the sense of independency because we're supposed to see the defense as an independent party, as the state as an independent party, the judicial as an independent party. So we're supposed to see that, we are seeing three different entities. We must be able to sense the independency of each and every entity. For instance, the defense represent accused number 1 to 5. We want to see it from the way they do it. They need to defend their client, right? So we must be able to say, wow, okay, the state bringing facts and fact alone and conducting the case in a fair way, but we also want to see the sense of dependence, independent from them, not relying on the judge's favors. In terms of the judge, we want to see the judge because now his responsibility is to deal with these two parties and make sure that they are treated fairly. They also treat each other fairly in the process. So those are the things that when we look at, or as we watch the case Kasenzo Meyiwa, we want to see the judge treating these two parties equally, and also when it is necessary, we want him to see these two being rebuked equally and being put to their place equally. And we want to see him, we want to see this thing. That's what we desire as the public. I'm speaking on behalf of many people. We want to see people being treated, all of them, being treated in an equal way. Thus, if that happens, we respect not the judge himself alone, but also the judicial at large. We will then have a perception, or a perception will be created in our minds that, you know what, you must trust a judgment that will come from a court, because this case, Kasenzo Meyiwa, it is setting precedency to a lot of things. It is also creating perceptions about a lot of things. So it's not just about let me repeat this. It's not just about the case of Senzo. There is a lot that is at stake. The image of South African Police Service is at stake. The image of lawyers is at stake. The image of prosecutors is at stake. The image of judicial system is at stake. And also the image of South Africa is at stake, because when you talk about the case of Senzo, we are talking about a case that is being watched by international people. International people have got an interest here. And so when we see this discrepancy and these things that create a bad image about this system, it has a direct effect on public perception, and that is where I'm coming from. There are people that need to come and visit South Africa, but then when they look at the way things are unfolding in the Meyiwa case, do they get inspired that, you know what, we need to go and visit that country? Because even if I were to get shot in South Africa, I know that the justice will prevail. You know, that sense of independence of judicial system and the trust that people will develop, it must be created by the current case. But as things stand, I doubt that is being achieved. Remember, when we talk about the South African Police Service, as the stat says, out of 10 people that are committing murder in South Africa, only 1 will be prosecuted. The 9 go unprosecuted. So there's already that in terms of people who are looking at the research, because if you are visiting South Africa from a side, you will want to do research and look at how they deal with problems. Should I have problem? Should I ever probably get caught? Or maybe I find myself in the wrong side of the law. How are they going to treat me? Those are the things that you look for when you visit a country. You know, okay, and at least not all, but some of us, we look into things like that to say, if peradventure something were to happen, maybe I don't know that I'm trespassing, but by the law of that country I'm trespassing, how are they going to treat me? You know what I'm saying? Those things, they matter if you are visiting a country. So the public image of the South African Police Service, Correctional Service, lawyers, prosecutors, judicial, is at stake in this case. And I wish those that are in charge with the departments that I've already mentioned, they need to take it into consideration to say, anything that is exhibited in court, it reflects on these things. So everything has to be done in accordance. That's all I'm asking. And then lastly, I will say maybe what is this that I think I can summarize this video. We will see. But okay, let me not get into this one. Let's talk about it in the next in an upcoming video, because obviously I've got by the way, guys, I've got a limitation when it comes to my camera. The camera that I bought, it only records up to 18 minutes. That's why I need to buy another camera that is got unlimited, or that can record up until an hour. So that's why I'm looking for that camera which can record up to the one with 22 to 30,000. Yeah, it's called Canon R10. Yeah, that camera, those are the cameras that I want to buy. But okay, no, look, nevertheless, I'll see you guys on the next video. But until then, please take care.